Hello and welcome into the Players Club, presented by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington football team. Glad to have you here with us. I'm Julie Donaldson. Of course, we have D'Angelo Hall joining us. And on the other side of the team, the field, we got our playmaker, Santana Moss. Little wide receiver, little DB, and we're going to be talking in this show to Taylor Heinicke.
Okay, all right.
So excited to have him join us here as we're looking to close out the season strong, gentlemen. Yeah. I know playoff hopes, they're gone. So we got to figure out, what are we talking about? What are we playing for? What is this team going to go out there to do up in New York City? Let's get straight to it. This is the kickoff presented by Innova, the official health system of the Washington football team. Learn more at innova.org. Okay, before we move on to the Giants, let me get D'Angelo first. Your biggest takeaway from the Eagles game?
I mean, I enjoy watching this team fight. Mm-hmm. You know, having all the questions in the air. How would this team come back after what happened in Dallas? Would they be able to go out there and compete? And then to actually watch them go out there and just see, you know, just slip away a little bit. You know, just certain plays here or there. Jalen Hurts making plays outside of the pocket. The interception there at the end. You know, just so many things that could have went our way, you know, that just didn't go our way. But I love the way these dudes fought. And at the end of the day, when you talk about not having anything to play for, that's what you would. That's what you really play for. You play for the guy beside you. You play for the logo. You play for this team. You play for job security. You play for all of those things. And to watch this team go out there and fight as hard as they did, obviously not the outcome we wanted, but I enjoyed watching them go out there and compete.
I mean, D. Hall hit it on the head. I think I wanted to see a competitive game, and these guys went out there and showed us. Now, we had so much going on from the week before in Dallas, from the week before that in Philly, and I'm saying to myself, both of those teams was undermanned. You know, Washington, you know, they was undermanned. They didn't have enough guys to go out there and really be competitive, and they still went out there, and whether they got, you know, ran up and down the field in Dallas and in Philly, you know, they went up with a 10-point lead, found a way to lose that game. Then you watch this game. We was 2 or 3 plays away from winning that game. Mm-hmm. Although we didn't score any points in the second half, 2 or 3 plays was the difference. I think that play in the second half when Jalen got outside the pocket on 3rd and long and made that completion, that lost the game. To me, that lost us the game, because you want to put them in a situation to where they're saying that, damn, you know, we did all this and still couldn't score. And offensively, we didn't adjust well at halftime. We came out with the same scheme, and those guys was ready for it. You know, first half we was giving it to them, bringing those guys in motion, doing the little, RPO. You know what I mean? And we came out with the same scheme in the second half, and I'm like, it's not working. Let's do something else. So, but I was pleased with that. But we know how this game is. There's no moral victory. So,
if y'all haven't heard, Joe Judge in his press conference of ending their last game was getting peppered a lot of questions, and he said, look, we're not, what did he say, we're not a clown organization, we're not getting fist fights on the sideline.
He didn't throw no names out. So you know, but if it ain't mentioned directly at me, I don't respect it. Remember that.
But of course, it looked like it was shots, obviously, at Washington, the way that he put it out there. But here they are, again, not sitting pretty to be taking shots. And now he's saying, I don't want to talk to the media in Washington, which typically the opposing coach always does.
You know, it's etiquette.
So, so if you're going to take shots, you should at least be able to back them up.
That definitely was at us, because if you don't want to talk to us, then that lets us know that was about us. And you got to also think, misery love company. You know, we're not doing anything that anybody would want to be a part of either. But for some reason, we're doing a little better than them, and he want to bring it down a little, you know, a couple of levels lower. So I like the way coach approach has been, like, screw those guys. You know, whatever he said, you still got to go out there and play the game.
You still got to go play the game.
So should this be a game? What do you want? A blowout? What do you? I mean, defensively, they're okay. Like they're not so shabby on defense. They play hard.
Yeah, they play hard. I don't get them to those blowouts, because you never know. You can have some of the best teams playing against
what you want.
I just want a blowout. Like I want a game.
Yeah, I want them to score points. I want them to score every drive.
We dominate.
I want us to shut them down.
Yes.
I don't want to see Tressway at all.
Yeah, I want to be realistic though. You know what I mean? I want us to score. I want us to score, and I want us to stop. I want us to on 3rd down defend on defensive side. On 3rd down on offense convert. I want to see us play the kind of football that we know these guys can play.
I want to see us pressure the quarterback. I want to see some zero blitzes, some exotic stuff. Like, I want to see y'all pull everything out.
I know we can score.
Okay, and part of what do you want to see? Yeah, you try some different things that we maybe didn't before. I mean, obviously, Coach says, look, you go for the win, but this could be a game where maybe you try some things that you didn't want to do had it more been on the line. Are there players you want to see more of? Like, do you want them to keep Jamin Davis out there the whole time? See how it is. Do you want them to see target De'Ami Brown maybe a little bit more? See how much he can handle. Anything along those lines?
See a guy like those rookies. Yeah, give me all that. I mean, I feel like, man, up to this point, neither have done enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to say, man, we got to see what we got going to the next year. You know, this is your game to really say, and be that guy.
And,
you know,
and almost short staff, because I don't know if you learn all that. Tomorrow. You know, not tomorrow, but Sunday in one day or in one game. I would have loved to see a little bit of them earlier, just to kind of gauge the progression. But yeah, I mean, you obviously want to see all of those dudes get a chance to touch the football and see what they're like in pressure situations. Heck, definitely Jamin Davis. You know, I want to see if he's going to be an outside pass rusher or if he's going to have to play the mic, or you know, just different things to see. You know,
but also
see what to look forward to.
Also, give them a chance to go into the offseason
with some confidence.
So you know what because I feel like they're right there. You know, but when you're having when you're on a bad team, and I'm not necessarily saying this team is bad, but when you have a season like we had, those guys never get a chance to really experience anything because now we're going away from you. We're trying to make sure that we're not putting you in bad situations.
To doubt yourself.
So now they're looking at themselves like, man, my rookie year,
I do this?
You know what I mean? Can I really be that guy on this level? So you want to give them something more. Say, look, man, this is what we believe in. This is what we're going to try to go into the next season and get from you. So we're going to send you off with this last game.
I like that.
Because that jump starts you for the offseason, too. It gives you that motivation that, man, like I balled in that last game. I can't wait till next season.
So it lets you know that it's there. Just what you're working on.
Because that's all you want is
I like
some confidence.
that because, Jamin Davis, flat out, he came and said, he was, disappointed this year.
It's hard.
He didn't live up to his own expectations. The pressure being a first-round pick and the way it went for him, he gets that. But he also says, he was learning a lot. And Coach Rivera says, maybe we don't need to put him at Mike. Take some pressure off him and just get him out there somewhere where he can go out and make plays and work him into it.
Player. Even coming out of college. He was
same as De'Ami. We saw that he has the ability to make some plays, but he's got to be consistent and be that one you can really rely on and healthy. So I like that side. I hadn't really thought about that. It's good to give the guys that chance to be confident and motivated and kind of jazzed for the off season, since the season will be over after this. Not over after this is the show, because we have the quarterback Taylor Heinicke joining us to close out the season. Looking forward to that, man. What a job he has done. Did not expect this to go the way that he thought, where he was the starting quarterback all season long. What has that pressure been like? What has the year been like for him? And what is he expecting in his future as well? So keep it right here on the Players Club. We'll also be going around the league, some topics. I don't know. I can't wait to get your thoughts on Mr. Antonio Brown, guys. Keep it right here on the Players Club. The Players Club is brought to you by Geico. Saving you money on car insurance has been in Geico's playbook for 85 years. So what are you waiting for? Visit geico.com today and see all the ways you could save.
Hey Washington fans, Alex Strimo from Box is here to tell you that you don't have to wait for the big game anymore to get in on the action. With Box's free-to-play games, you can pick boxes every day and win huge prizes across all your favorite sports. All you have to do is pick a box, match your numbers, and win. So download the app now and start playing today. Games are completely free, and players can win official Washington football team merchandise and other great prizes all season long. Boxes, it's anyone's game.
Imagine coming home to a place where the fun never ends. A happy community set in beautiful rolling horse country, where the custom homes and villas are extraordinary, and the Jack Nicklaus signature golf course and other amenities make every day another reason to smile. Visit Creighton Farms and you'll see it's happiness on a grand scale.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Honda is the most awarded brand of the last decade, loaded with safety features and rugged capabilities. So it's no wonder we're selling them faster than ever. Like the all-wheel drive 8-passenger Pilot, the adventurous all-wheel drive Passport, or the versatile HR-V crossover. Don't wait. Act fast and reserve your Honda today. New models are arriving daily. See your local Honda dealer.
You can celebrate your lottery win lots and lots of ways. But the very best way to play is responsibly. See how to play within your limits at mdlottery.com/playresponsibly.
How do you follow up a game as big as Powerball? With a little more Powerball. Introducing Powerball Double Play, a second drawing where you could win up to $10 million on your same numbers. Add a little more fun for just $1 more. Drawings now 3 nights a week.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back into the Players Club. Time to now have our player profile presented by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington football team. Really excited for this one, guys, because we're going to talk to the man that makes that offense run. None other than Taylor Heinicke joins us here for what is now the final game of the season, week 17.
Yeah.
First time that we've had 17 games. Taylor, we were talking with the guys before, as we're glad to have you here. They said the challenge is when you get to this point of the season and you've got that extra game, and that game's not a postseason game like you were able to come into last year. How's the body feeling with this?
It definitely feels like week 18.
Yeah. Game 17, week 18. I was going to forget, put in that extra bye week there.
Yeah, I'm curious, just knowing the season's wrapping up. And, I ain't playing, 7 years now. What's the mindset for a quarterback? I know my mindset was always the same. I was a receiver. I'm out there to get open for you. How are your game plan changed last week of the season, or do it change at all?
I don't think it changes at all. I think the biggest thing for me is just to play clean football. And that's just, getting the ball in those guys' hands, getting first downs, scoring points, playing a clean game. Again, no turnovers. When you get down the red zone, try and score some touchdowns. It's just, the typical things a quarterback needs to do to win games. That's where my head's at right now.
We had some hot takes, and you was one of my guys that I talked about with a hot take, and you and Terry both. I'm big fans of both of you guys. I like what you showed, your grit, the style of play. Being an undersized quarterback, one of those quarterbacks probably was looked over, but you came out here and you balled. So I tip my hat off to you for that. When you got a guy like Terry on your team, and I'm always root for Terry because I feel like that's like me all over, 2.0 Tanner when it comes to how he's have to deal with different quarterbacks and just being the guy and sometimes not getting the praise for the guy. Do you have a special place in your heart and mind when it comes to playing in a game like this to say, hey, let me see if I can really take advantage of some of his matchups and get him the ball, when the opportunity presents itself?
Yeah, in this game, obviously, but also in every game, we want to get Terry the ball, and we know that he's our best player on offense. But again, you know how it is. If the guy's double teamed or the defense gives us a look where it's not supposed to go to him, we have to find another completion. But I thought we did a great job last week against Philly of kind of throwing in some new wrinkles, put them into some new spots, some new routes, get him the ball. And you could tell he was a big part of our offense last week. So it would be cool to see more of that in this upcoming week and next year.
Collins Hill High School, Gwinnett County, some of the best football in the country. Talk to us a little bit about that, man. All state, like he was a baller.
Yeah, so I thought I was going to be able to start my sophomore year, and then we had a transfer come in, big-time transfer. So my starting career kind of got delayed. And then junior year, I got to play, but we only threw the ball 7 to 10 times because we had an all-state running back. So my senior year, we brought in a new OC. Running back went to Georgia Tech, and we went into a full spread offense. And that's when we started throwing the ball 30 to 40 times a game, and the numbers started showing up. And, we kept on winning games, but no offers were coming through. And it was all because I was 5'10", 175, 180 pounds. And you know, it is what it is. Kind of looking back at it, I get it. No ACC, SEC, Big Ten schools are going after guys like that. So I took my first offer to Old Dominion, and here we are. So it's a lot of hard work. I was just chasing my dreams throughout all those years, and again, here we are.
Through that process, through that journey, did you ever, and I think I've heard once or twice, you know, you kind of started planning for the future, but did you ever just doubt yourself and say you couldn't play?
You know, when you haven't played in the NFL, you don't know what it takes to play in the NFL, if that makes sense. So I was in the league, 5 years, got to start one game, and it didn't go well. So then you kind of start doubting yourself, but then you get that next shot, and take full advantage of it. And after the game, you're like, okay, I can do this. I can play. I'm good enough. And you get that confidence about yourself, and that carries you a long way. And you kind of go back, like what you went through. You were a smaller guy, and when you're an overlooked guy, I think there's a little bit of good to that. You keep working towards your goals. You keep being told no, but you keep working towards it because you believe that you can do it. And the kind of fall off to people that have been told that you're great your whole life. Once things go wrong, you wonder what the hell's going on. This isn't normal. So we faced adversity throughout our careers, and it's kind of just molded us for these moments. Yeah. And I think being overlooked, your whole life prepares you for those moments.
By the way, you're talking about how he balled out in college, holds the record for the most passing yards in college. Yeah. Could you imagine 730, right? No, 730. I was going to ask if you guessed, but you saw the sheet, you knew. Yeah. Would you have been able to guess that number though?
No. 700?
730.
Anybody throwing up 700 on my secondary, man, we got a problem.
That is ridiculous.
A problem.
What do you remember about that game against New Hampshire?
He was probably scrambling around, making them DBs lose their coverage, or were you just bombing everybody?
We were just picking them apart, and we were that hurry up, old school.
Oh, you Oregon, said 5 wideouts too.
So. On the ball, 5 wide, and so let me back up. We were down 24 points in the first quarter of that game.
Wow.
24-0. And the offensive coordinator comes up to me and says, "We're going to throw the ball every play. Like, we have to come back." And I was like, okay. I thought he was joking. 79 passes later, 730 yards, and we come back and win 64-61. And by the end of that game, you could just tell that whole defense was exhausted, and we could do anything against them. So
how was your arm, man?
That's what I was about to ask. I mean, how is your arm after that?
How many attempts was that 730 on?
He said 79, right?
79 attempts. Ooh, how many completions?
Yeah. Boy, you had ice everywhere.
55 of 79.
That's what's up, man.
He remembers everything about that game.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those moments like that, you never forget. You kind of like sleep and wake up and just, it all comes back to you, those big moments.
So one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time is Brett Favre. And I know you got an interesting kind of connection to Brett Favre as well. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, so my dad was born in Wisconsin. So the moment I was born, there was a cheese head on my head. I was a Packer fan. So every Sunday, my dad ordered Sunday NFL ticket, and the Packers were on. He was making his famous queso brats, and we were watching Brett Favre. And I remember watching him and all the passion, the fun he had for the game, all the success he had. And I said I wanted to be like him. I remember every halftime I would go out in the front yard and play ball with all my neighborhood kid friends, and I was trying to be like him. So I remember I didn't play quarterback until 8th grade, and I remember when I got that spot, I said I'm gonna go try to be like Brett Favre. And ever since then, I've just tried to be like him and try to have the same passion, the same amount of fun, and it's brought me this far. And you guys can tell when I'm out there on Sundays and I'm having fun and I'm passionate, that's when I'm at my best. And so I got to try and keep carrying that on. And
gotta always do that.
That's your game.
You gotta always have fun.
I definitely love it, man. Seeing you have success. You see the cheese She's here sitting over here next to us.
Am I wearing it right? This is the first time I've ever actually used it this way. Do you know what I actually use this for? Should I tell you? You'll never guess. So I do the shows with Logan Paulson. Logan Paulson is 6'5".
Oh,
I'm 5'8", so I sit on it.
Okay.
Is that disrespect? That's okay.
He ain't tripping about it now, man.
He play for us.
He up here with us.
Hey, talk about not tripping since you play for us. You play for the Washington football team. Soon that name is changing. We see it right there on your shirt. 2-2-22. What have you seen? What have you heard? What do you know? Because did you get a sneak peek at the unis? I know you did, didn't you?
I didn't, but I saw the Instagram video.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've talked to John and Chase and those guys that have seen them, and they said they're really clean looking unis. Don't know the name, but as long as it's something cool and we got some cool unis, I think everyone would be happy.
Taylor, thanks so much for stopping by the
Wish you the
Players
best this
Club
week, buddy.
for Week 18 for Game 17. Get that body right and
finish strong, buddy.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it in New York.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks, Taylor. The Players Club is brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington football team. There are more reasons than ever before to become a Washington Gold season ticket member and our club level. Our club level membership has been enhanced with new and exciting benefits, including free season-long parking, new seating technology, private seating options, plus all-inclusive food and non-alcoholic beverages in the exclusive Gold Member Lounge. Place your deposit today and secure your club level membership. Learn more about our 2022 membership options at washingtonfootball.com/deposits.
My work has been viewed by 100 million people. My work helps save lives. My work has gone platinum. My work gives people hope. I work at FedEx.
Take your career to the next level with one of our many open positions.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Honda is the most awarded brand of the last decade, loaded with safety features and rugged capabilities. So it's no wonder we're selling them faster than ever. Like the all-wheel drive 8-passenger Pilot, the adventurous all-wheel drive Passport, or the versatile HR-V crossover. Don't wait. Act fast and reserve your Honda today. New models are arriving daily. See your local Honda dealer.
I've been on my get back, copper bag slow. You would never see that. Use the trap though.
We're back on the Players Club presented by Pepsi. The NFL is never short on storylines. Let's get straight into this, guys, as we go around the league. Let me start with the one that we're in our game, D'Angelo, and people are showing us and sending us all this Antonio Brown taking off his shirt, leaving. It's wild. Never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
What do you make now that you know a little bit more than what went into it?
I mean, wow. Because, I mean, you laid the story out, Julie. We're literally calling the game, and we're talking, and we're watching. We're seeing clips of AB taking stuff off, and we're just like, what? Like, and I'm thinking, like, what has happened? Like, something had to have happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't just quit like that. And so just not really knowing what happened, and then finding out, that he felt like he was forced to play when he was injured. no player should be forced to go out there on the football field.
Bruce Arians says that he was complaining he wasn't getting the ball.
And then hearing conflicting stories that the coach saying that, well, nah, he's complaining about he wasn't getting the ball. And I mean, I just feel bad for the kid because like Tom Brady said, like something else probably is going on as well.
Well, that's always been the story for him his whole life, I feel like.
That's the tough thing to even, speculate or even kind of even make fun because it's a bad situation. As a dude who's done some crazy things on the football field before,
not that
tried to fight a ref. I mean, coaches.
How'd that go over for you?
Yeah, not well. Fine, but
I think it's three people that knows what happened. BA, AB, and God. I don't know. What I mean? We were just talking about it. Something went on, and regardless of what happened, how it went down, I just think any player in that situation have to handle it better than that. I know AB a little bit, and just from, some of the things I've seen, of lately, regardless of what he does is going to be scrutinized. So you have to understand that, bro, whether you do it big or small, like they're going to take it and blow it up. So I think he should have been mindful of that, knowing that regardless of what was said to him, because you can tell something
right or wrong.
Somebody said something, because you're not just going, for a guy who loves this game as much as he does, he's not going to quit. And that's why he made the statement like, look, my guys know I'm not quitting on them.
Okay, we still have this last game. Time to get to our hot takes. This was presented by Geico. Saving you money on car insurance has been in Geico's playbook for 85 years. So what are you waiting for? Visit geico.com today and see all the ways you could save. All right, hot take, D'Angelo. Favorite part of the show, I know.
And I know Coach Judge. I got a chance to meet him. And really talk to him a little bit, and I actually left talking to him feeling like, man, I kind of like this dude, like I could play for him. But then being down here, I kind of feel like he's one of them coaches. If he's your coach, you love him. If he ain't your coach, you don't really like him much. And so my hot take is he gonna be eating them damn words all the way, or the whole off season. Like, man, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have pissed him off. Cause we gonna hang 50 on him. We gonna get some payback, Julie. We gonna score on defense a couple times. Yeah, some sack fumbles.
I told you I want a game where we just dominate every aspect of it from beginning to end. All right, what's your hot take,
31-6.
Two guys that I feel like should have big days. Taylor Heinicke going for over 300 yards of passing.
Okay.
You got McLaurin. I think he deserves it, man. He's been fighting and clawing for every yard and every catch. So he has a big day. Close out this season, probably almost 200-some yards, 2 tugs, man. He lead us to victory.
Yeah. I mean, we need to get Terry's name out there more than just the district, because he can't be like a fifth alternate for the Pro Bowl. He needs to be a regular there. Having a quarterback, the rotation he's gone through has been absolutely wild, though, for him. But it says make no excuses. Okay. That's going to do it for this episode. Y'all good?
Great. We
good. All right. Thanks for joining us on the Players Club. For D'Angelo Hall, Santana Moss, I'm Julie Donaldson. We'll see you next time, folks.